BBC Archives, I'm Gideon Coe, Monday morning from 10.
6 Music.
From the BBC.
Unbelievable. I'm like a naughty child in a studio. Coming up after this, we've got Ian Lee talking about the latest movies, including Phone Booth, which I like the sound of.
From the BBC.
This is 6 Music.
Myself, yeah. I asked her to go with me, and no one else. She said, I'd really like to see you every day, but I'm afraid of what my friends might say. You need a bath, and your clothes are wrong. I can tell we wouldn't get along. I just laughed, what else could I do? Just then her friend chimed in singing, get a clue. Get a life, put it in your song. Put it in your song. There's something I've been meaning to say.
Brendan Benson there with Metairie, I guess you'd pronounce that. I'm not 100% sure. Alex, what would your attempt be?
Metairie, Brendan Benson, you say.
Like the computer game system, unbelievable. Joined now by Ian Lee. Ian, good morning to you. How are you, sir? You all right?
Morning, good, thank you.
It's the first time we met. Let's shake hands live on the radio.
There you go.
Just to show that we're gentlemen here. Now, you've come to talk to us about some films. What's the first film you've got for us today?
Yeah, the big film this week is Phone Booth, which stars Colin Farrell. He plays this kind of super slick publicist, and he kind of pops into this phone booth to call this actress he's trying to get it on with, played by Katie Holmes. He puts the phone down and the phone rings again. Then he picks it up and it's this sniper who's opposite the building from him, and he basically says if he hangs up he'll be shot. So the whole film is set in the phone booth.
Now, that sounds wicked. Before we talk anymore, let's have a little listen to a clip from it. This is Kiefer Sutherland, who's the sniper, the voice of the sniper, telling Farrell then he can see him and he's in serious trouble.
I have a highly magnified telescopic image of you. Now, what kind of device has a telescopic sight mounted on it?
What, you mean like a rifle?
A .30 caliber bolt action 700
Right.
with a carbon 1 modification and a state-of-the-art hands-hold tactical scope. And it's staring straight at you.
Yeah, how's my hair?
At this range, the exit wound ought to be about the size of a small tangerine.
Nice try, pal. Go to hell.
Now, doesn't that just torque your jaws? I love that. You know, like in the movies, just as the good guy is about to kill the bad guy, he cocks his gun. Now, why didn't he have it cocked? Because that sound is scary.
Man, that sounds fantastic. Alex, earlier on you were saying you didn't sound keen on this movie.
I take it all back. I'd like to see that film.
This is a boys' film, surely.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, Farrell starts very cocky, then he gets worn down by this whole sort of ordeal he's going through, and it's terrific. It's really tense. The police turn up and nearly balls it all up.
So the whole film, let me get this right, I've not seen it, I've only seen bits and pieces from it, but he's in this phone booth for the whole film, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's about 5 minutes in the front where he's walking around streets of New York. Then he ends up in the phone booth, which is very much a Hollywood phone booth, nothing like a London phone booth. Doesn't smell of wee.
Yeah,
no
cards.
No Brazilian model cards.
Yeah.
No, so very Hollywood phone booth, I'm afraid.
But does it keep the tension? Is it an exciting film? all the
Yeah,
way
it
through?
is. It's a brisk sort of hour and a half, which is good. It doesn't mean
We like that,
yeah. And it kind of breaks up a little bit. There's kind of split screens of the people he's talking to on the phone, so it kind of gets out of it a little bit. But no, it's really tense. It's a great sort of Saturday night movie.
The split screen thing instantly. 24 springs to mind. Kiefer Sutherland again. That seems to be his forte.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
he's good on the split screen, and Farrell's great. If you've never seen anything before, this is about as good as he's been so far. And he's kind of spotted by the director Joel Schumacher. I think he spotted him in Ballykiss Angel, and then he cast him in his movie Tigerland. And so sort of Joel Schumacher's the kind of guy who made him a star, really.
Do you think that Joel watches Midsummer Murders? Because I was in that the other week.
I think he
as triple murderer Phil Harrison.
You actually played the murderer, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did play the murderer. I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether he watches it.
I think he gets tapes of it, but he's kind of more into John Nettles, probably.
Yeah, more of a Bergerac man.
Yes, exactly. Listen, we've got Joel Schumacher here talking about his protege Colin Farrell. Let's have a listen.
I think underneath that, Colin is a very sensitive artist, and I think he really shows. I know a lot is made of his looks and of his social life, but there's a true actor there, and a great one. For him at 26 to do this role with a Bronx accent in a 12-day shooting schedule, 10 days in the phone booth, that's all he had, 10 pages a day with this emotion, because Kiefer Sutherland just rips each layer of emotional skin off him until he is just naked emotionally in front of the world and has to bare his soul. And I don't know a lot of actors who could do that at any age.
I wouldn't want to be naked emotionally in front of the whole wide world, bearing my soul, bearing his soul. He did say that.
Yeah.
So, Ian, quickly, is it worth seeing? Is it a boys' film or is it?
No, it's a good date movie as well. I mean, if you don't like the movie, you can ogle Colin Farrell if you're a girl. So he's on screen all the time. So that's a good thing.
Girls love him. I think he's dreamy. I think he looks a bit rough.
Well, he's a bad boy, isn't he? So they go for a bad boy, don't they?
Okay, listen, we're back with talking about Red Dragon, which I think is coming out on DVD soon. We'll talk about that in a second. First, here's Blondie with their song about a phone. Do you see?
I'm in the phone booth, it's the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just drink it off the wall. I know he's there, but I just had to call. We'll be hanging on the telephone. We'll be hanging on the telephone. I heard your mother, now she's going out the door. Did she go to work or just go to the
Blondie hanging on the telephone there. You see what happened with Iain Lee, Alex Lowe. We're here. Hello. Joined by Ian Freer, who's our movie expert talking about movies. Red Dragon next. That's coming out on DVD, is it?
Yeah, this one is the prequel to Silence of the Lambs, and it kind of shows the origins of Hannibal Lecter. It's already been made as a movie called Red Dragon, which had Brian Cox.
Called Manhunter. Was the original.
Yeah,
sorry, yes.
Manhunter, yeah, sorry. And that's been Brian Cox was Lecter in that one. This one, obviously, it's Anthony Hopkins. And basically, it's about a young FBI agent played by Ed Norton who uses Lecter to get into the mind of a serial killer called the Tooth Fairy, played by Ray Fiennes. And it's very good. I mean, it's not as good as Silence of the Lambs.
You're already hesitating there as though there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, because it's not as good as Manhunter, frankly.
Right.
That's better. But it is better than Hannibal, which, if you remember that one, which was a bit ropey, that one.
I've only seen Silence of the Lambs, and
Me
I
too.
thought that was a bit pony, to be honest. I don't think it stood up to much examination. Am I alone on this?
I think you are, yeah.
In this room, yes.
Yeah, yes, you are.
We've all got our serious faces and voices on now for the movies.
We're very, very serious about
for the movies.
It's like a modern classic, Silence of the Lambs, I think. Critics sort of rave about it. I think it's justifiably so.
What's good? Are there any bonuses we get with the DVD that we won't have seen elsewhere?
Well, this is a rental version, so not yet. So
Right.
when you get to buy it, I'm sure they'll be making ofs and commentaries and all sorts of malarkey.
Yeah, they always bundle that stuff on their little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But you recommend this as a good film, as something to watch on a Saturday night if there's nothing else?
Yeah, it's kind of, it's gripping, and it's not brilliant. It's a bit, as I say, I think Lecter sort of turned into a comedy figure in this film, whereas before he's kind of scary. Now he's turned into a bit of a pantomime Freddy Krueger type figure. So, but it's still good watchable stuff, and it's got a great cast. There's Harvey Keitel turns up, but he keeps his clothes on, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
And Emily Watson's in it, Philip Seymour Hoffman, so loads of great people. So, it's worth a watch.
So that's Red Dragon coming out to rent on DVD. What have you got as a TV choice for tonight?
Yeah, tonight, 10:30, BBC Two, Jackie Brown, which is the third movie by Quentin Tarantino. Not as kind of brash and loud as Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction, but really kind of worthwhile seeing.
It's
fantastic.
A bit more thoughtful, isn't it, than...
Yeah, it's a bit more serious, a bit more character-based rather than the pop culture references and the snappy dialogue, but it's still kind of worth seeing.
And when's it on again?
That's tonight, BBC Two, 10:30.
Now, I believe you got a question to win Red Dragon. Are we actually going to give away Red Dragon on DVD?
Yeah, we're giving away Red Dragon.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Alex, I tell
It's
you.
on our show.
Yes, we're giving this away. This has come out of our pocket, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
We'll check that. What have we got to do to win it?
So, okay, the original Silence of the Lambs, who played Clarice Starling?
Who? So just repeat that one more time for us.
Blimey.
Do you know? Is it obvious?
Completely obvious. Sue Pollard.
Don't be
You're
so...
not wrong.
Give us the question one more time.
So, original Silence of the Lambs, who played Agent Clarice Starling?
And you can email your answers to www.bbc.co.uk/6music for your chance to win the Red Dragon DVD. Coming up now, Bobby Womack across 110th Street. This is from the Jackie Brown soundtrack.
I was the third brother of five, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was alright. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Being down so long, getting up didn't cross my mind. But I knew there was a better way of life, and I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do till you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Across 110th Street, woman trying to catch a trick on the street. You baby, across 110th Street, you can find it all in the street. talk to you about right now. Hey, brother, there's a better way out. Snorting that coke, shooting that dope, man, you're copping out. Take my advice, it's either live or die. You got to be strong if you want to survive. The family on the upper side of town will catch hell without a ghetto around. In every city you'll find the same thing going down. Harlem is the capital of every ghetto town. Let me sing it. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, wishes won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street, a woman trying to catch a trick on the street. Ooh, baby, across 110th Street, you can find it all. In the street, yes you can. Oh, look around you, look around you, look around you, look around you. Yeah.
I'm Mark Lamar. Join me tonight as I look back over the career of Joe Strummer on Radio 2.
Obviously, we weren't doing anything new. You know, we were digging out some choice chestnuts from the recesses. I knew that, really.
Should I stay or should I go?
I'll be talking to Mick Jones, Keith Allen, and hearing unheard interview material from Joe himself.
We weren't really ready, actually, for the reaction. And for us, it was quite normal after a few months of playing it. And when we came out and started to lay it on people, it really took off. It was explosive.
London calling to the faraway town.
London Calling, a tribute to Joe Strummer, tonight from 9 o'clock on 88 to 91 FM and online at bbc.co.uk/Radio 2.
Sometimes this life gives you a ball, but you hand it to the other side. What kind of man am I? With my bottle up and so my pride. Well, you know me, I ain't been going nowhere. On my slide with the critical trail. Well, you know me, I ain't going nowhere. No real need to flip when it slips right away. Down the path, it slips right away. Don't blame me, but I won't hate you. I'll just remember how I used to make you laugh. I can remember how I used to make you laugh.
There you go, that's Tide. Apparently they're a five-piece band from Los Angeles in the United States of America, Alex.
Goodness me, it's called Go Ask Your Dad. That doesn't sound very American, does it?
You're 47, aren't you? Or thereabouts. So listen, we just had Ian Freer in talking about Red Dragon and some other films. We've still got the Red Dragon DVD to give away. What is the question? How do they win it?
The question is, what is the name of...
Do it in a funny voice. I don't. Your voice.
I'll do it in me, Anthony Hopkins.
Go on.
Quick. What is the name of the actress who plays Clarice Starling in the film Silence of the Lambs? You see.
Should I do it in another voice?
No, let's just leave it at there. Well, how do they email us? How do they get in touch to win it?
Get in touch with us at www.bbc.co.uk/6music.
We're sticking around till 1 o'clock. Iain Lee and Alex Lowe.
So much meaning. Hold my hand.
Julian Cope, The Greatness and Perfection of Love. Don't forget, you can email us, bbc.co.uk/6music, about anything you want, but also for Quid in a Jukebox, where it's your chance to win Fever to Tell, the new album by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. We've had one in already from Gary Bennett. His 3 tracks he'd like are Lloyd Cole, Lost Weekend. I never saw the thing with Lloyd Cole, but I did see the thing with the Pixies, which is his next choice, Where Is My Mind, and the Uncertain Smile. Don't forget to email us.
You got a bad reputation. That's the word out on the town. It brings a certain fascination, but it can only bring you down. Turn yourself around. Turn yourself around. Turn it upside down. Turn yourself around. You have bad breaks, well that's tough luck. You play too hard, too much rough stuff. You're too smart, so cold. That bad reputation has made you old. Turn yourself around. Turn yourself around. Turn it upside down. Turn yourself around.
This is 6 Music. From the BBC, this is 6 Music.
Tax loss lover that we deliver, yeah. Sign out loud, I will give you the money. Then you be mine and the lights of the sunny. And you quibble out our triple seems unsatisfactory. A tax law. Come back to me. We want your money. Tax
Manson, get out of my house. That's what I'd say to Marilyn Manson. That was Manson. Tax loss there. Now, we had Ian Freer come in earlier on and give away a copy of Red Dragon. What was the question again, Alex? What was the name of Clarice, isn't it?
The question was, what was the name of the actress who played Clarice Starling in...
No.
That was Anthony.
Who was it?
Oh, you want to know the answer?
Yeah.
What's her name again? Who? Jodie Foster,
Oh,
of
it's
course.
as slick as anything. Well done to Louise Webb from Kettering. You've won the Red Dragon DVD. Also, don't forget, you can still send in your emails for Quid in a Jukebox and win the Fever to Tell. That's the new Yeah Yeah Yeahs album. So get sending in those things there. It should be good. Well, I just pressed a button there and absolutely nothing happened at all. So I think we might have to go to a record and see what happens. Hang on a second.
No, just take it from whenever you press the button.
We could do the whole thing again.
No.
They'll cut this bit out so I can say shit.
This is a story of a guy, we'll call him David. Now, David is one of those guys that has had a lot of bad luck. I know there'll be a lot of people moralizing when I say this, but David was lonely. A lonely social cripple. Until one day he met Julie. Julie was 27, quite tall, ugly, and smelt of egg. But he liked her. They would spend time together in the park, running, laughing, crying together, and looking forward to married life. And then one Sunday, Julie died. David was devastated and went to bed early, complaining to his mother that he had a headache. When he woke up, to his horror, David discovered his nuts had fallen off and got lost in the bedclothes. When he got downstairs, he found a note. His mother had left him for another man, and she was dying anyway. Of course, David is doing his best to rebuild his life, but last year his head fell off, and life has been anything but a bed of roses. He says nothing can replace his balls, but Krista Berg goes some way in repairing a little of the damage.
A scream, a shout far in the distance. Maybe the
Thousand Mirrors, Asian Dub Foundation. Coming up in a few moments, we'll be talking to Radio 4. They're a New York band, not the blooming radio station.
Oh.
But before that, don't waste your time.
Dave from Birmingham postponed his wedding to go to a Smiths concert. Chris from Leeds listens to the Smiths at work all day, every day. And Gavin from Manchester is such a big Smiths fan, he followed a Smiths tribute band on tour. So much, they knew him by name. Know anyone like this? We're looking for the biggest Smiths fan. Go to the Six Music website and tell us why you, or your mate, is the leading Smiths fan. And you could win the gold disc of their first album, presented to Andy Rourke. www.bbc.co.uk/sixmusic. Photos of huge quiffs, bedrooms covered with Morrissey pictures and the like are all accepted as evidence. All part of the Smiths Week, coming soon to Six.
Don't waste your time on me. There's even more to see. I'm you're running around out comes in a wave out here. No. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't stop me, don't waste your time on me. There's even more to see out here. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't stop me. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't stop me. And it's you when you're out, it's you when you won't have it all. It's you when you're out, it's you when you won't have it all. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't stop me. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't stop me. Don't waste your time on me.
The Vessels, don't waste your bloomin' time. Now joining us on the line is a member of Radio 4, the band that are playing Nottingham Rescue Rooms this evening. It's Anthony Roman. I believe you're the bassist, is that right, Anthony?
Yeah, bass and vocals.
Okay, listen, sum up your band. For someone who's never heard your band, like my friend Alex, who's in the studio with me,
Okay.
sum it up for us.
A collision between dance music and punk rock.
Oh, I love that already. I'm loving it. And it works. It's a good fusion, is it?
I hope, yeah. I mean, it's definitely, it gets people moving, yeah.
Now, listen, you're in the middle of your tour at the moment. How's it going? How are you finding the English audiences?
Yeah, it's been going great. I mean, we did Germany, we did France, we did England, and we did Dublin, Ireland. Yeah, it's been all really good.
The England and Ireland gigs have been better than the German ones, though, surely.
Of course,
haven't they?
yes.
Of course. And this is your second time over here as well, isn't it, for Radio 4?
Third.
The third time?
Yeah.
Are you playing slightly bigger gigs each time, or is it...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially in a couple cities, yeah, it's really gotten much bigger.
And you're finding people are more familiar with everything that's going on with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, they better be. We've been doing so much touring that...
Well, if they're not, then they're going to get a severe kicking from me, I can tell you that, Anthony. Where do you get the name Radio 4? Is it from the Radio 4 radio station?
Yeah, indirectly, it was from a Public Image Limited song, and they named their song after the network there. We weren't aware of it. We just thought it was a Public Image song.
And have you been listening to a lot of Radio 4 since you've been over here?
No, not at all.
You've had none. It's grossly overrated, I'll be honest with you, Anthony. It's very, very posh and dull, to be honest. And what's the crazy hijinks you're getting up to? We're sitting here in the studio on a Saturday afternoon, imagining just all kinds of madness going on there. What's it like?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot so far. You know, definitely fist fights and drunken, crazy nights and getting thrown out of clubs and pretty much everything you could do.
But no Rolls Royces into the bottom of swimming pools or anything.
Well, only because we don't have a Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you stick on the line. We'll sort that out for you this afternoon, sir. Not a problem at all. Alex, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that when we phoned the hotel earlier, we found out that the whole of one floor has been taken up. We couldn't quite get hold of you because there are many rooms booked under your name.
Yeah.
What is it? Kind of Michael Jackson entire hotel taken over by...
No, I don't think... I mean, there's only 4 rooms that we have here. They were lying. We don't have the whole...
Oh, well, they were trying to big you up a bit more.
Yeah.
You've off the line.
You've been working with... Is it Tim O'Hare? Tim O'Hare?
Tim O'Hare?
Tim O'Hare, yeah. What was that like? He's worked with Buffalo Tom. Was he a good influence?
Yeah, it was great. Sure. He's definitely worked on a lot of records that we loved, and he's a great guy. Yeah.
Listen, I'm in a band. I play bass guitar. You play bass and you sing as well, don't you?
Yeah.
How the hell do you pull that one off? Because that is tough.
Yeah, it's not that easy sometimes.
Doing the fingering and singing at the same time is almost impossible.
Yes, it gets difficult, but you can work it out.
And what I've seen pictures of you wearing a cloth cap and jumpsuits on stage. What the hell is that all about? You get some fashion sense.
Oh.
When did you do that?
I was doing that.
Everyone's there, everyone's
Radio 4, Eyes Wide Open. I quite enjoyed that.
We love that. Yeah, we love that in here.
You can hear PJ on the percussion, just wigging out at the end, absolutely loving it. Don't forget, they are playing at the 23rd in Northampton at the Sound House. Now, that's part of La Max in the City. La Max coming on shortly after us, isn't it? Which is very, very exciting. If you want to get tickets for that gig, they're playing with Medium 21, then visit the... I keep going to say Radio 6, and I will actually get my head chopped off. The 6 Music website, where you can pick up some tickets for that. The address is www.bbc.co.uk
/ 6 Music.
Just two old men talking a load of nonsense. We've only got about half an hour or so to go. We've still got a bit to cram in. Let's play a Travis song, shall we? I'm not a fan of Travis, but this is one of the early singles. This is the only good song Travis have ever done, More Than Us.
More than us, and we are them, but they don't know what's in their hands. It's more than you, and it's more than I, but it's more. And everybody calls it love. I'm not really sure if it's love. And I know not anymore. More than he, more than she, they all sleep, but we just dream. It's more or less, means more for us, but it's more. Everybody wants a hand, but I'm too busy holding up the world to carry on. Oh, not anymore. I wish that I could fly, fly, fly away. And if I should fall and you hear me call, would you stay? Now more than us, we are there. They don't know what's in their hands. It's more than you, it's more than I, but it's more. And everybody calls it love, but I'm not really sure this is love at all. No, not anymore. songs and you made us laugh, and so we captured you in a photograph. And when the stars came out, your mother called your name. But when the morning comes, we'll get together again. Oh, Grace, say good morning for the children. 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 Oh, Grace, say good morning, go.
Save your money. Save your money for the. Save your money for the children. You save your money for the children.
We'll be back with the 3 choices for Quid in the Jukebox after the news.
This is Six Music.
Get your dream ticket to some of the world's greatest concerts as we play the best from the BBC Music Archive. I'm Janice Long, Monday night from 10.
Six Music.
From the BBC.
I left the fade. Oh, that's my fault.
No, it's mine as well, as you said. Okay, we'll just start again. To push those faders up.
Right.
This is Six Music.
Get your dream ticket to some of the world's greatest concerts as we play the best from the BBC Music Archive. I'm Janice Long, Monday night from 10.
Six Music.
From the BBC.
Coming up, we find out who won the Yeah Yeah Yeahs album as we play Quid in the Jukebox, and we've got some showbiz gossip.
From the BBC.
This is Six Music.
Monsters making the evening news, packing up the round trip, I get in the way. Now I know that it's when we're outside, the summer's on.
Nearer Than Heaven, Delays.
Fantastic.
I'm loving the psychedelic ending there.
Oh, that is just my kind of thing. The soppier the better. Soccer hero David Beckham has told how being a dad is the best thing in the world, which is true. Fantastic. I certainly can vouch for it. But the thing that interests me in this article in The Sun is that he has opened his heart in this month's first edition of Father's Mag, Dad. What a tedious magazine. Who wants to buy...
Dad Mag?
Yeah, Dad Mag.
I know what a Dad's Mag is, but this is actually specifically for dads. Unbelievable.
I just imagine you open it up, there's a picture of someone's mum and they're going, what are you doing reading a magazine? Kids want to go to the park, clean the toilet. That's generally my experience. The England skipper also vows that if he has more kids, he will have their names tattooed over his body. David, of course, has little Romeo and Brooklyn named after Posh, conceived there in Brooklyn after one of her concerts. It's reported the way her career is going, next one will be called Pontins Puthweli. David has been seen...
I wish you could see the look on his face when he told that joke.
I'm proud of that. David has been seen in a range of new Adidas posters advertising new footwear. He now has the biggest collection of old boots at his house since Posh and the Spice Girls came round for a reunion. Changing room star, very briefly, Anna Ryder-Richardson has become a mother for the second time at Glasgow Hospital on Monday. Dixie Dot is the name of the kid.
That is taking the mic.
What a rotter. Was born 9 weeks early, but if you thought that was a funny name, her older sister is called BB Bell, which is a kind of round cheese, popular for children's lunchboxes. Fears about the early arrival seem to have been calmed by the changing room star, who said, "Don't panic, nursery has already been rag-rolled and stenciled. Just a bit of MDF to go up."
I'll do a few run-throughs of this. Okay. Awooga, awooga, awooga.
Awooga, awooga, awooga.
Awooga, awooga, awooga.
Awooga, awooga, awooga.
I don't know how to say it. I am not funky girl. I wear glasses and look like Nana Muscuri. Do you know what I mean?
Take your time and make me love you
The Craig Charles Funk Show.
Awooga, awooga, awooga.
Tonight from 6.
Unisex with Take Me Higher. Now, we've been talking about it all morning. It's time to do it now. It's Quid in the Jukebox. I'm just being handed the winning sheet. Well done. It's Sarah Williams. Your three choices are about to be played, and you've won the Yeah Yeah Yeah's brand new album. I did have the title written down somewhere. Fever to Tell. I was getting excited. I found it. Fever to Tell, the brand new Yeah Yeah Yeah's album is on its way to you. The three tracks you've chosen are Pavement and with Carrot Rope, Elvis Costello, Oliver's Army, and Run DMC. I can't speak, Alex. It's near the end of the show. Thank you. And their song Tricky. Let's start off with Pavement.
It's my second-hand wonder, a thing that recovers the doubt. Slim like a rainstorm. It's gotta do what you want. Assemble and sail the slim door. It's alright to shake, to fight, to feel. Slim door. It's alright to shake, to fight, to feel. Harness your hopes to the folks with the liquor, with the ropes, red ropes, periscopes. They got everything you will ever need stored under the chair. Simmer, simmer, simmer down. Simmer, simmer, simmer down. Don't waste your precious breath explaining that you are worthwhile. Simmer, simmer, simmer down. Simmer, simmer, simmer down. Be patient and I'll let you see my carrot rope. Feed my thrill. I got beat by weather. Carrot rope. Feed my thrill. I got beat by weather. Carrot rope. Feed my thrill. It's time to get me off of the ground. The wicked keeper is down. Hey, little boy, would you like to know what's in my pocket or not? It's no ploy, it's no gimmick. It's a chance of a lifetime to see something that's never seen by mere mortals except me and sweet eyed bee. So what do you say? Would you like to play 20 questions with me? A little Christian lie. A little Christian lie. Debating if it's time to drop the bomb on you, my dear. A little Christian lie. A little Christian lie. Let's get down to brass tacks and start it. A carrot rope, feed my thrill. I got beat by weather. Carrot rope, feed my thrill. I got beat by weather. A carrot rope, feed my thrill. It's time to get me off of the grounds. The wicked keeper is down. The wicked keeper is down. He gets me off of the grounds. Leg. Don't start the talking. I could talk all night. My mind was sleepwalking while I'm putting the world to right. Calgary's information. Have you got yourself an occupation? All of us are here to stay. All of us are like a smile, but it's no laughing party when you've been on the murder mile. Only takes one itchy trigger, one more with one less white nigger. Oliver's Army is here to stay. Oliver's Army are on their way, and I would rather be anywhere else. But Hong Kong is up for grabs. London is full of apps. We could be in Palestine, overrun by the Chinese line, with the boys from the Mersey and the Thames and the Tyne. But there's no danger. It's a professional career, or it could be arranged with just the waiting Mr. Churchill's here. If you're out of luck or out of work, we could send you to Johannesburg. Oliver's Army is here to stay. Oliver's Army are on their way, and I would rather be anywhere else. But it's today, and I would rather be anywhere else. But it's today, and I would rather be anywhere else. But it's today.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really sleazy. All they just say is please me, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around, to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
How is it, babe?
It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around, rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky.
In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
It's tricky to
Run DMC, Tricky, before that Elvis Costello, Oliver's Army, and before that even it was Pavement and Carrot Rope. Well done to Sarah Williams who chose those in the Quid in the Jukebox. She gets to win Fever to Tell, the brand new Yeah Yeah Yeahs album, and here's their new single for a little taster of what they're going to get from the album. Date with the Night, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Oh, I prefer this one. Little less crash bang wallop.
Yeah, although come on, I enjoyed that. It's rocking, it's raucous. It's Saturday afternoon. This is what people want to get them inspired to watch Grandstand, don't they?
I suppose so. I've got to tell you about them scheming Germans.
Oh, crikey.
Oh, them Germans have been up to their old evil tricks again. According to The Sun on Tuesday, Fritz has devised a new show where, get this, job seekers can be seen pleading for work and having their chances assessed by experts on a new Jerry reality TV show called Job Chance.
Crikey.
Isn't that heartless? One evil TV boss said this week, "It is sehr funny," before removing his monocle, throwing his head back and laughing at us plucky Brits. That's the Germans for you.
Outrageous behaviour indeed.
Celebrity-designed underwear is being auctioned online for a charity. They include a cheeky bra by Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, prompting the cry, look at the Brad Pitts on that. Bette Midler entered one, as did Sheryl Crow. This marks a trend in auctioning undies. Kylie Minogue's knickers went for $4,000 last year, not to be sniffed at.
Thank goodness for that, Alex. Listen, Lamac.
He's coming right up.
I'm saying it as though it's Lamac, as though it's a French word. Lamac. No. It's a fella's name. He's coming up straight after us. We're about to shoot off in a second.
Yes,
and then we'll leave the studio.
Thanks for listening to our debut and possibly final performance on this radio station.
It's not gone off to a good start, has it?
Well, we've enjoyed it.
Listen, we should listen to the tape of this and just try and make next week's much better. Do you
just
think that's a good plan?
Learn.
Just try and learn from our many mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and have a sleep.
Yeah, the bloke from Empire was quite good though.
Yeah, he saved the show, to be honest. Listen, Alex, I'm going to go home now. I don't want to speak to you until next Saturday.
Okay,
Goodbye,
bye.
sir.
Educated with money, he's well dressed, not